This is the theory of planned behavior, developed by Eisen and Fishbein. This graphic model depicts the factors that are thought to influence behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs. The red box consists of beliefs about the association of positive or negative consequences to the behavior of interest and the value placed on those consequences. These are sometimes called expectancies. In other words, what could happen if I smoke cigarettes? What are the health consequences? Are these actually real? Will it impact my life and those around me? The green box includes perceptions of the normative nature of the behavior by influential others. In other words, how do the people around me believe about the particular behavior? If I begin smoking, what would my parents say? Or what would my friends say? The orange box focuses on beliefs about the skills needed to actually do the behavior. In other words, do I have the skills to resist using alcohol at my friend's party? The interactions of these components inform an individual's intention to perform the behavior, the purple box, and then of course, whether or not the individual has the skills or resources to engage or not engage in the behavior, the blue box. This model is very important in prevention. Let's explore each of these components in a little bit more detail. First, the connection between intention and behavior. Many behaviors in life feel automatic. We don't think about them, like greeting a friend or brushing your teeth. Others are more thought out, even for teenagers who are considered spontaneous and thoughtless about consequences. And this process can occur over time or seamlessly instantaneously. Important for most behaviors, such as substance use, is the intent to engage in that behavior. What does this mean? This means, are we ready to perform the particular behavior? Research on adolescent substance use has shown that there's a strong relationship between statements of intent and future actual use. For the purposes of prevention, we are defining a behavior as a response to a situation. In our case, this would mean the use of psychoactive substances. Now, let's talk about behavioral beliefs and attitudes towards the behavior with the focus on substance use. A behavioral belief is defined as an individual's belief about the consequences of a behavior. In our case, substance misuse. What kind of beliefs do you think adolescents have about substance use, and what influences them? When we talk about the attitude towards a behavior like substance use, we're talking about placing a pleasant or unpleasant evaluation for the behavior. In other words, feeling good is a good thing to happen. Being important will make me feel successful in all I do. Or, if I don't binge drink with my friends, they'll think I'm a loser. The next set of components in the theory of planned behavior are what we call normative beliefs and subjective norms. When we talk about normative beliefs, we're talking about individuals' perception of what most people believe is good or bad behavior, or the extent to which we think others want them to perform or not perform a behavior. Subjective norms are a little bit different and represent the opinions of those closest to the individual. This can include parents, a spouse, teacher, religious leaders, or friends. An adolescent may be in a situation, for instance, in which someone offers them a bottle of beer. They may decline it because their parents told them that drinking isn't good for them, and they would be upset if they found out they had that beer. Let's discuss what are the implications of addressing normative beliefs and subjective norms for you as a prevention professional. The final two components are focused on the control of the behavior. That is, the degree to which an individual believes they can perform the behavior, such as using the psychoactive substance. Control beliefs reflect an individual's beliefs about the presence of factors that make the performance of the behavior easy or difficult. So an example would be beliefs about how difficult it would be for an 18-year-old to purchase alcohol in a community where the minimum purchase age is 21. Think for a moment how you would, as a prevention professional, use these components of this model to develop an intervention. You will now review the application of this model on a teen smoking example.